Okay guys, I'm here today with Marcos Tinoco, huge honor for me. And guys, today we're gonna go over here the coolest jiu-jitsu concept that I learned from Gui Mendes, the Mendes brothers, right? So guys, we shot a couple instructional videos with Gui Mendes, and I went to Los Angeles to Costa Mesa to learn direct to him. And I was like, it was blowing my mind like how intelligent he is with jiu-jitsu. So in one of the instructionals that he taught, which is about like controlling the top distance, he taught me the concept of the far distance, medium distance, and near distance. And that's what I want to share a little bit here with you. I'm not gonna go so much in details with it because he's much better than me on that. So I would suggest you guys to watch an instructional. But I just want to share the mindset behind that and how he built this system of like far distance, medium distance, and near distance. And I think the story is very, very interesting because he was competing against the toughest guys on his division, which was light feather division. And guys, to pass this guy's guard, sometimes it's almost impossible because they're like rubber, right? Like imagine like passing Miao's guard. You almost can't imagine that. And the way that Gui approaches guard passing, it's very, very, very unique. So let's work a little bit on that. So guys, what does he call far distance, medium distance, and near distance? So anytime he's kind of like in the spider guard over here, he calls this like the far distance because there's a far distance between him and his opponent. Anytime he's able to get here to the knee cut, for example, he calls this medium distance. Okay, he's not very far yet, and he's also not very close like Hafner. Okay, so over here he calls the medium distance, and then anytime he passed through his opponent's legs and he got the Hafner, that's what he calls the near distance. Okay, so guys, what's very, very interesting about Gui is that by the way, like he and his brother Gui and Rafa were probably like the two jiu-jitsu guys that I told that to them. They calculate everything. Like if you analyze their career from white to black belt, everything was so well calculated. Like the tournaments that they would compete, how they would approach each opponent, how they would open their own school. Like you can see that their school is different. It's everything white, and then everybody started opening jiu-jitsu schools that are all white as well. So they're so smart and so intelligent on everything they do related to jiu-jitsu that this is the thing I want to share with you that he told me. So he told me that anytime he would compete against an opponent that he knew that was really good on far distance, he would try to play the medium distance or the near distance. Anytime he would compete against someone that was really good with the near distance, he would try to play the far distance. He even used the example about myself, for example. He was like, "Bernardo, you're the type of guy that you love being here, right? So like you love being like this. So this is the near distance. I would avoid being here with you. I would try to play more like a far distance." Okay? So for example, if they're fighting as someone that's really good on spider guard, they will try to figure out a way to get the middle distance or the near distance as soon as they could. Okay? So I think like this is the big picture that I want to share with you guys. Like they split guard passing in three distance. Far distance, which is like more like spider guard, that kind of stuff. Medium distance, which is more like the knee cut or the quarter guard, that kind of stuff. And near distance, which is more like the half guard. And then anytime they're competing against someone, they're studying their opponent and trying to understand which type of distance that opponent feels comfortable. And then they go against that. They don't let the opponent stay in the comfortable situation. So super interesting, Marcus.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is interesting because you don't see this very often when people prepare themselves to go for tournament. Usually they try to avoid the position, but they split in three different ways, which they fight from on the front of the feet, they fight on top of the hip, and they fight on top of the shoulder, which is three different. No. I really like that. I'm a big fan of that, the concept, which I was trying to explain to the students like that. Those three when to avoid, so I really like that.
No, and now Gui's becoming one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches as well. Like you see, like he just made like Tainan, black belt world champion, training from him like from 14, 15 years old until today, like in a distance of 7 years. The kid is a black belt world champion. All the other guys as well he's building. But I love the fact that once he has this idea, this map, it's much easier, almost like to delegate, right? It's much easier to explain how to think, because many times like we think about jiu-jitsu, what do I do if he put me in the lasso guard? Do this lasso counter. No, it looks like they focus in the big picture. Okay, wait a second, what's lasso guard? It's a big
foundation. He focuses on these big foundations.
And I see that he's kind of building the same thing for the bottom game. He told me that he has ideas for the back attack as well, that goes in the same principles of understanding like how to control and that kind of stuff. So really, really smart.
It is. It's very organized way that you cannot mess up. You cannot mess up that system. It's like you just have to follow through, understand, and it's very interesting the way he put it up.
Yeah. So guys, just think about that far distance, like spider guard, medium distance like knee cut, quarter guard, that kind of stuff. Near distance, like halfway. You are very engaged with your opponent. You close the distance. You are on halfway now. So I think it's much easier to understand jiu-jitsu when you have this map. And thanks Gui for that. It was amazing. And guys, make sure to check out. They have 2 instructional videos at BJJ Fanatics. Understanding the distance from top and understanding the distance from bottom by Gui Mendes. And it's amazing. People are loving it. So make sure to check that out. And make sure to check this man's YouTube channel as well, Marcos Tinoco. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.